another quick basic Ableton tutorial for you guys today. This is for beginners, so if you're an advanced user you might not be able to really glean much from this video, but for those just getting started, I hope this gives you a little leg up. So what I'm going to show you today is just how to load effects onto your channels. So in an earlier video we talked about loading up instruments, and it's really easy. You can drag them over or double click. So I'm just going to double click this bell. That one's already got a lot of effects on it. So you just double click around to preview them. And that's loading them into the channel every time I do it. These have a lot of effects on them already. So if you go through the preset instruments here in Ableton, you'll find there's a lot of stuff. This synth rhythmic section has like arpeggiators already stuck on it. Arpeggios. So you just look around, pick what you want, right? So maybe like a lot of these already have effects on them. But if you wanted to add some more, you just go down here, see instruments, and then audio effects right below it. And this is all like the stock Ableton stuff. So there's a million different effects, right? So you pick on a basic EQ. It's got different subcategories. Don't get too confused because each one of these is going to be like a different preset basically. So you just go around and experiment these different kinds of choruses, right? All right, so double click, it brings it in, and then these different parameters pop up. And if I do it again, it brings in another one. It's not like when you're loading the instruments up, it's going to actually stack the effects up. So you can right click on it and delete it, or you can just press delete if it's highlighted like it already is there. And you'll see it just highlighted this instrument, and I can go ahead and press delete there again. So there's multiple ways to navigate in Ableton. So that's really all there is to it. It's very simple. You just pick your instrument and then you pick an effect if you're just going with the stock Ableton stuff. But I'm going to show you a couple more tricks here real quick. So I don't want these, right? Delete them again. Right click and delete, or just press delete. We looked at drum rack in a prior video. So I'm going to load up this instance of drum rack here. I'm going to go into my library, go into my drum packs, and I will just pick this random. Here's the 808. Easy, right? Just load in a couple like that. And same thing, if you like highlight it and then double click. Oh, no, I stand corrected. Don't do that. That's going to replace your whole instance of drum rack. So be careful. So easy enough, you go back up to drums and you can double click and that brings in drum rack. I'm really used to like dragging stuff in. Be careful with that double clicking, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to load the instruments and effects that way. I guess I got a little carried away. So go back here and load up these again. It's pretty easy. I just like to drag stuff in. And you see it actually moved around. If you go over here, it'll take you to the different sections. And I'll go into Impulse later. That one's got a lot of stock drum kits on it. That's the other stock drum machine that's on Ableton, like when you get it. So, and that one's only got 8 pads on it. Drum rack here's got like 16 times what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot of pads. It's nice though, so you can get like this huge drum kit going on and really get creative and make some super expressive drum patterns with it. So we're back up here, and remember, you just highlight the area and then right click on it to insert MIDI clip. And as you can see, there's also Control-Shift-M if you wanted to do a shortcut. And then we double click like so. Just add in a real super basic drum pattern here. because I just want to show you. Let's see what that sounds like. It's going to be fast. No, not too fast. It's a nice little beat. Thought I was zoomed in more. So remember, you can highlight an area up here and then click on that section to loop it. So we got a little beat now, right? In drum rack, there's this tiny little sliver of an area right here. You see where my mouse is? And if I click over on a different instrument, you see how the waveform changes, right? These are the different instances of our samples. Now if we go into our effects from earlier, you can actually bring in an effect on a specific drum instance. So let's try this clap. Let's see, bring in this Borg one. See how it highlights this area? And if I bring it over to the right, that's going to put it into the entire drum rack where it says drop audio effects here, and that's going to apply that effect to everything. So now it's like totally destroyed, right? It's become a Borg. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that, okay? I'm just going to put it on the clap in this little area. See, like over here it says no. It's giving me a no symbol. Right in there, boop. I drop it in, and now it's just affecting that particular sample. And I think that this is really exciting, and it helps for a lot of customization without getting into like multiple tracks, and just lets you really be creative and flow with your ideas. And I think that is the most important part about music, and it really will inspire you. And I mean, I can't speak for anybody but myself, but that really inspires me when I add effects like that. So I hope that helps you out. We're just working with the stock effects today in Ableton, and in the future I'd like to show you how to set up a file hierarchy for your own VSTs that you download. But I'll just say that I think it's really important to differentiate between instruments and effects when you're dealing with third-party stuff, because you're going to have your folder that you put your stuff that you download into, right? I mean, unless it's like proprietary, if you're dealing with like native instruments or something, that stuff's locked down into its own file hierarchy already. But it really helps for organization when you're actually composing to have your effects just split up into two folders usually, unless I better not get sidetracked. There's more to it sometimes, but instruments and effects can really just help your workflow improve. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm kind of getting carried away. I hope this helps you. I will have more videos for you soon. Please let me know if you've got any specific things that you're struggling with that you need help with as far as Ableton goes, if you're a beginner. And if you're a little bit more intermediate, feel free to hit me up if you have any advice and how I can improve. I'd love to hear from you, or if you have any feedback from this video, but I'm not going to do any plugs here. I'm just going to let you get back to your day. Thanks for your time. Take care.